How you doing?
I'm doing good. What about you?
Rocking and rolling, man. Excited to be with you.
Thank you. You as well. I love this suit, by the way.
Hey, it's what I got. It's my thing.
Do you have one suit that you rotate between, or do you have like multiple that you switch out?
I've got nine.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Have you
Yes.
ever spilt like Sharpie on one while signing for someone?
Yes, I have. I've got sharp. I've lost a lot of, there's a lot of wounded yellow tuxes out there.
Uh, how are you doing though? How's the tour treating you?
I'm great. It's been outstanding. Where are you based out of?
I'm in Arizona, so I went to a couple of the games. It was so cool.
You had fun. What was your favorite part?
Probably, I've interviewed a lot of banana players, so just seeing them like go out and do their thing and like actually rooting for a player, so that was pretty cool. But I also
Cool.
liked like there was never a moment where I wanted to pull out my phone and play a game.
That's great to hear. That's great to hear.
Yeah,
Excellent. Let's have some fun.
bet. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we have an interview with the owner of the Savannah Bananas and Jesse Cole. Thank you for doing this with me.
Excited to be with you.
Could you please tell me about your role with the Bananas?
Well, I think it was almost 9 years ago that my wife and I started the Bananas, and we weren't even the Bananas when we started. So we just started as a team that was trying to save Grayson Stadium, a 90-year-old stadium that lost minor league baseball. We didn't have a name. We had to get the community involved, and we decided to name the team the Bananas. And from there, it's been a wild ride. We only sold a handful of tickets when we first started. My wife and I had to sell our house. We emptied out our savings account. We were sleeping on an airbed. And now we went all in on fans and created fans first entertainment. And so, our goal is to make baseball fun and to make it enjoyable for fans and to create something different that people of all ages would love and can come together and do. So my role as the owner is a little bit of everything. I love getting out in front of fans. I love speaking. I love sharing the vision. I love talking about the strategy, where we're going, how do we create a better fan experience. And then, I helped create Banana Ball, the game that we're very passionate about, the game that we all play, and we're building a league towards that. And so it's a lot. Every day it's a new day, and I love coming to work every single day.
That's cool. So with you selling your house, having to sleep on an air mattress, and all the other teams that came into historic Grayson Stadium failing, is that part of the reason why you're not scared to fail after taking a big step in the process of the bananas?
Well, I guess I failed my whole life. I've got a lot of experience failing. When I was a kid, I did have some success playing ball, but I struck out a lot. And I had some certain subjects in school I was not good at, and so there was a lot of things that I didn't do well at. But when I found something I loved, the front office and trying to create something, I got better at it. But yeah, we failed with promotions ever since my first team in Gastonia, from Flatulence Fun Night to Salute to Underwear Night to Grandma Beauty Pageants. We've tried it all and we've failed it. And I think it's the reason we succeed is because we're not afraid of failing. We try new things every single night at the ballpark, 10 to 15 new promotions. And that's what excites us. Innovation is doing things you don't know if they will work. And so, yeah, I think we failed in the beginning. We failed with our all-you-can-eat food in the beginning, where every ticket was all you can eat. People had to wait for 3 hours because they went through 10,000 pieces of meat in an hour. We never knew that was going to
Jeez.
happen. We failed on TV the first time. The transmission went out. We failed with our ticket launch. The ticket system shut down. Our first shipment of T-shirts, there were too many N's in bananas. We misspelled our name of the company and the name of the team. We failed a lot, but we're willing to get back up and take some more swings and come back to bat and keep trying. And I think that's what keeps us going.
Yeah, that's the cool thing. I feel like the people that fail in life the most and continue to get back up are the people that go the farthest.
100%. Well, you look at some of the most successful people. Pete Rose had the most hits. He had the most at bats. Ron James taking the most shots. Picasso done the most art. You look at Taylor Swift, the amount of songs that she's written. All these people can keep trying. They keep showing up and they keep coming up to bat, and that's why they're successful.
Yeah. So you were a pitcher for a while in college, right?
I was.
So you blew out your UCL, which is on the rise through all of baseball. How did you manage to stay positive throughout that long process?
I didn't. I think like anybody, it was despair. It was my shoulder. I tore my rotator cuff
Um,
and my labrum as well. And no, when I found out I couldn't play, it was devastating. I worked my whole life. I was getting Christmas letters from the New York Mets and hearing from the Pirates and the Padres and the Braves, and I was getting all these letters, and I was like, I'm gonna get a chance to play professional baseball. My dream is going to come true. And then it didn't. and I found out I'd never pitch again.
It
And
worked
that's
out pretty well though.
I think in the moment when things happen to you, you don't realize that often things are happening for you. And that injury, while many might say, well, that happened to you, that's tough. No, that was a blessing because it brought me to what I really love and what I'm passionate about, where I believe I can change the world and make a true impact. And that's with the game of banana ball and bringing joy and fun to this game to so many people. So, I think it's not what happens to you, it's how you respond to it that matters most. And when I first got the news, I was devastated. I was in a
Yeah.
tough spot mentally. It hurt. I mean, it hurt in more ways than one. But then once I finally got going, my dad always said, Jess, you got to stay positive. And I got positive and I just started working. I got to work and I showed up and I became a general manager at 23 years old of a team that was struggling. But I started working and learning and studying and trying to make things better. And that changed everything.
That's cool. I saw your YouTube video about it on your first reaction a couple of days ago. I thought that was truly fascinating.
And thank you. That was finding that old video from 20 years ago was interesting to see. But I thought, I think we all get value when show themselves in different ways. And people see all the success of the bananas, but they don't see the challenges, the adversity, and the despair that we all have from time to time. And so that's why I put it out there.
For sure. So on your social media, I always see on whether it's your Instagram or let's say Bill Leroy's, you guys are all about fans first, and you say fans first is more important than the revenue that comes in. How do you think that's helped you to become what you are now?
Well, it's what's your purpose? What's your goal? Why do you do what you do? And if you're driven by money, that's not a true purpose. To me, you can have success. Some salespeople do very, very well. They're driven by money. But when you're driven by something bigger, deeper, more impactful, something that involves human connection and bringing people together and belonging, it's such a powerful purpose that it helps you get through times when they're tough. And times have been tough for us. And so for us, yeah, fans first drives everything. It's every decision. We ask, what is fans first? Is it fans first? How do we make it more fans first? And fortunately, the money takes care of itself. I'm not motivated by money. I've been inspired by Walt Disney, and he said, money doesn't excite me. My ideas excite me. I'm fired out to playing at the first ever NFL stadium. That excites
Yeah,
me.
that's gonna be
That excites me.
crazy.
That excites me developing new teams and bringing this game of banana ball all over the world, having kids play banana ball and watching my son do trick plays every afternoon, working on catching balls between his leg. That excites me. Not having a couple extra $100 or $1,000 or $1,000,000. In the scheme of things, money's money. And, I've been able to be successful when I had just $30 to my name and my wife and I were grocery shopping and not eating real food and sleeping on an airbed. And that doesn't drive me. And I think some of the greatest creators and entrepreneurs and leaders, that's the same case. It's not about money, it's about the purpose and why they do what they do.
For sure, yeah. Staying on that Walt Disney topic, I know Walt Disney's been a big part of your life, but honestly, you've inspired me to do so many things that I was hesitant about on your social media, so thank you.
What, like what?
Well, I was thinking about for a while starting interviewing banana ball people. Then I saw one of your videos and you were like, if you fail, you fail, and you can always get back up. So then I started reaching out to a ton of players, and I've gotten a super cool experience to interview people.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, and the thing is, what's the biggest thing that can happen from asking? Someone says no.
Yep, and then you keep going. Ask another person.
You keep moving on. And the thing is, even if you have an embarrassing interview, say it doesn't go well, and you're like, you know what? People don't remember the failures. They move on. Get to
Yeah,
that next bat. And I think that's it. No one's talking about the fact that our all you can eat back in 2016, people had to wait 2 or 3 hours. No one's talking about our shirts that were misspelled. No one's talking about the game on ESPN that the transmission went out. No one's talking about our first Major League Stadium where the ticket system got hijacked and didn't work. No one's talking about our first merchandise launch that failed. No one's talking about that because we
yeah,
kept going. And so I think that's if you have that lens towards failure and you look at, hey, what did I learn? What did I discover? What do I get to do now? It changes everything.
for sure. What is the craziest thing you've seen at a banana ball tryout?
Yeah. I've seen a lot. Well, the first one obviously comes to mind is stilts showing up
Yeah,
and it wasn't just being on stilts, it was him hitting on stilts. I mean, that's unbelievably hard.
yeah,
Most people couldn't even get on stilts and balance, and he's actually hitting a ball coming at him and staying balanced without falling. Then this past year, I had another player show up in a unicycle, hitting on a unicycle, and now he's part of the tailgaters. Had people with violins, had people with costumes. You never know what you're going to see. And I think that's what's great is that people aren't afraid of what other people think. They show
yeah.
up And Banana Land is a safe place. It's a place where you can be yourself. It's a place where you can feel welcome. It's a place that you can have fun with no judgment. And I think that's what makes our tryouts great is that people show up just to have fun and hopefully put on a good show and stand out in a different way.
Yeah, that's crazy because I saw a video last night that Dakota, he showed up in stilts, but he hadn't picked up a baseball in 2 years.
Oh yeah, he was not excelling on the baseball front, but he got up on stilts and he actually made contact. I was like, "There's no way this guy is not going to make this team. He's doing something no one else is doing," and that's what I look for. And I think that's what anybody looks for. I think so often people try to get jobs by trying to be like everyone else, or they try to go on and try to see what someone else did. No, we weren't born to fit in. We were born to stand out. And when you stand out, what's going to happen is people get criticism, and everyone tries to push you back to normal because they feel
Yeah.
comfortable when someone's normal. When you're doing something no one else is doing, people will ridicule, they'll criticize, but it's because that's out of their comfort zone. But it's the people that truly achieve something that they are not afraid to get out of their comfort zone, and that's what Stilts did. That's what Jonathan did on his unicycle, and that's what a lot of our players do. They're not afraid, and I think that's the first key to success: is not being afraid, not being scared of standing out and doing something unlike others will do.
Dude, that's crazy. Banana is so cool. So let's say you're not the owner and you're a guy trying out for the Bananas. How would you try and get the coach's attention?
That's a good question. I think the key in my first book, I talk about find your yellow tux. It's not everyone should, no one should dress up in a yellow tux, but finding your yellow tux, it's symbolism for finding something that makes you stand out. It's the best version of yourself and amplify it times 10. So if you're a singer, be the singing hitter, be the singing pitcher. If you're a dancer, show off your dancing skills. If you're a great at karate and you can pitch, I want to see you pitch and break karate boards while you're pitching. All right. If you can do anything that's really unique and bring it to the game and stand out, be that person that can truly amplify you. So for me, I'm obsessed with Banana Ball. My family, I run, I read, and I eat cookies. So I don't know what I would bring into that. I would have cookies for everybody, but I don't know how that stands out. I could be the guy that's a cookie monster, constantly eating cookies while pitching. I don't know if that's great for content, but I think about those things. I would think about what could I do on the pitching mound? I pitched a lot. Again, singing, dancing, trick pitches, doing things that are different. Those are things that I would start to think about.
For sure. Yeah, speaking of your book, The Yellow Tux, I don't know if you can see this, but I've read this thing so many times. You're a great
Oh, Banana
author.
Ball. Yes.
Yeah, you're a great author.
Well, thank you, thank you. Well, on that one, I had help from Don Yeager, so he helped with that one. The first two, I did more the writing myself. But yes, thank you. It's I think another thing you talk about being scared, being afraid of something. Yeah, I mean, I'm not an author, I'm not a speaker, and that's what the story you tell yourself. But you just start writing words and you put them on pages, and then you send it. You put it out in the world. And yes, you
Yeah.
get criticism. Yes, you get people that don't like it, but there's some people like you that have kind words to say about it. So I think it's a you're not responsible if you don't put things out there. So you're doing these interviews, that is being responsible for putting things out there and sharing with the world. I think if you learn anything, if you don't share it with the world, that's just holding back. That's a scarcity mindset versus abundance mindset. And I can tell you, my friend, you like to send good vibes in the world, and there's a value to that.
Thank you. That means a lot coming from you. So what goes into a team, like let's say a player that you're really impressed by, but the Bananas, they don't really need a pitcher. How do you decide which player goes to which team?
Well, you're trying to build brands. So, for instance, there's certain guys that might fit the party animal vibe more than the bananas vibe. There's firefighters that, are strong, courageous, heroic that we're trying to show off. With the tailgaters, we're looking for another vibe, the greatest pregame in sports. So, every team we're looking for that opportunity. If it's a player that's already played with us to either bring leadership to one of the new teams or to really fit that vibe, that energy, that brand, that theme that we're trying to do. So there's a lot of strategy that goes into it. But as we go into the league in 2026, I know it's going to be even more competitive on where the
Yeah.
best players, the most creative players, the most well-liked players go. So we'll see how that unfolds in the next couple of years.
Cool. What goes into starting a new team in Banana Ball?
The point of view. So most leagues, they say we're going to start another team. Where's it going to be located? For us, it's not necessarily where it's going to be located. It's what's going to make this brand, this theme different. So, you look at the firefighters, the hottest team in sports. They are about the honoring firefighters, celebrating them, the strength, the courage. They don't dance as much as the other teams. The tailgaters, the greatest pregame in sports. They're going to be country based, kind of out of Texas. The party animals, full party vibe. Every single team has a different brand with different characters. So when we think about new teams, how can that brand connect with people in a different way? How can it be fun? How can it showcase things that people haven't seen on a baseball field before? A lot goes into it. It's not just, hey, can I name a team something because that's a fun name and a cool logo.
Cool. Which character's player or which player's character fits Banana Ball the best?
Oh, that's a tough question, my friend. I'm so proud of how far many of the players have come, and you can see each one of the players. They've really come and they've been able to really connect with themselves and the fans in different ways. And so you have some players that are really, really heavily involved in social media, and they're doing lots of lives and they're doing lots of things to connect with fans. You have others that do lots of dances. You have some that do skits. You have some that do the vlogs that really show you the behind the scenes. So everyone really fits in a different way. And I think that's what makes Banana Ball great is that players can connect with fans and fans have different favorite players. It's amazing to see on Halloween every year that we have, thousands of kids and people all over the country wearing different
Yeah.
all player costumes and uniforms. And so it's fun to see. So that's a tough question for me to answer specifically, but I just know that they all have those unique things that connect in different ways.
Cool. Uh, if you could pick one MLB player to join the Bananas, who would it be?
Ooh, so that's a good question. We've been fortunate to have some great players join us over the
Yeah.
last few years, Cy Young Award winners and MVPs and All-Stars, and there's so many guys that really fit. We look for the ones that have fun. Back in the day, it would have been Ken
Yeah.
Griffey Jr., turn the hat around backwards, have fun. Pedro Martinez having fun. Ozzie Smith doing all his flips and cartwheels going. So
He
these are
was
the older
cool.
guys. Yeah, those are the older guys that I think about a lot. David Ortiz. I was a Boston guy, but I think right now, if I were to say one, it would be Bryce Harper.
Cool.
He's been adamant about bringing fun to the game, and he has, and he's got personality. He shows off himself to everyone. Bryce Harper, I think, would be a great banana. So maybe, at the end of his career, maybe he can join us for 1 year and have some fun. That would be pretty
Harper
cool.
would be cool. So for my last question, what is your favorite food with banana in it?
Ooh, all right. I like some good banana bread, banana
Banana
nut
bread
muffin.
is
I
so
can go with
good.
that. But yeah, there's but a good banana pudding is game changer too with the vanilla wafers in it. So yeah, one day someone's gonna figure out how to make a tremendous banana cookie, and then it's game over for me because I am a cookie lover. So, but yeah, I have fun fact about me: I did not like bananas until we took over the team. I was not a
Really?
banana guy, never ate bananas, never did anything, and now I have a banana a day. I eat banana desserts. I am all in on bananas. So I have fully converted to be all in on this, and it's been a fun ride.
That's cool. That's all the questions I have for me. Do you have anything for me?
Sure. So tell me about your when you think about Banana Ball. And now, do you play sports?
Yeah, I play club baseball.
You play club baseball. And so if you were to play Banana Ball,
Ooh.
all right, what position, what would you do? What would you think about your walk-ups? What things would you do differently if you were to enjoy and play Banana Ball right now?
So I'd probably stick to my main position, so shortstop.
Okay.
But you have Ryan Cox, so that'd be tough. But that's actually really tough. I'd probably like for my walk up, I'd change it every week or so to something that's popular, like on TikTok that's
Yep.
trending. So like I don't know if you saw, but Shohei Ohtani got added to Fortnite. I'd probably drop a couple Fortnite emos. Try some barehanded catches, and maybe like a front flip, field it between my legs, and then try and like get the guy out at first.
Love it.
Yeah.
All right. And if what's your favorite rule in Banana Ball?
Ooh. No bunting.
No bunting. What's your least favorite rule?
Ooh. Um, that's so tough because they're all super great.
It's okay. I'll take that. What about if you could add anything to Banana Ball, whether it's a rule or just anything to make the game more fun? What would you add?
Um, so this is changing up two rules, kinda. Instead of 2 hour
Okay.
time limit, it's 2 hours and 10 minutes, and you just pick a random player or a random fan from the stands, and they get to pitch against live batters for 10 minutes, and it part like counts as the game.
So bring a fan in to pitch and maybe add some more time. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah,
You think you could get a banana player out?
maybe if they're batting on their opposite side.
You answered that. You answered that. So if you were to be involved, if your goal, if you say in 10, 20 years, and you could do anything in banana ball, what would you want to do?
Ooh. Like as a player,
Or anything. You could do anything you wanted in banana ball. The whole world is banana ball is it's big, it's all over the world. There's teams, there's lots of things going on. What would you want to do?
so I'd probably say, well, first of all, I started interviewing people because I want to be a broadcaster one day.
Okay.
So probably like a broadcaster or like one of those people that interviews the players on the side during the game.
Hmm. What about the first ever broadcast player?
Dude, you have so many great ideas. That'd be sick.
You could be the first one. You broadcast the game, but you also play. And so even when you're playing, you're still broadcasting.
Dude, that'd be sick. Like, kind of have like a mic in like they do in spring training.
You would have a mic on you, you'd have a camera on you. So you might be playing shortstop, you might be in the dugout, wherever you are, but you are the first ever broadcast player in banana ball.
Dude, that'd be sick.
You got to be great at two things, but that's a way to stand out, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a way to grab your attention for sure.
100%. So maybe you try to figure out how you do that. Maybe even you're playing your club baseball. Maybe say, hey, you know what? I'm going to play. I'm going to get mic'd up and I'm going to actually broadcast a couple innings. I'm going to broadcast an at bat. I'm going to do it. Just try it. See what happens.
That's super cool. Thank you.
Well, this was a lot of fun. I love your energy. Great questions. And it was great being with you.
Yeah, thank you for taking time out of your day to do this with me.
It was a pleasure. It was my pleasure, my friend. Hopefully, we'll see you again at a Banana Ball show sometime soon.
Yeah, best of luck in the future.
All right. Thanks a lot. Appreciate you. Take care.
Yep, bye.